Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Sunniva.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome back to Keep or Cull, where we play our whole collection of 600 plus games and decide whether to keep or cull them.
That is the show. You probably know it by now. If you haven't seen this before, or if you're new to the channel, then you probably might not have seen it before, then you can actually subscribe to it. How do you do that?
You click the subscribe button, it's under there.
It's somewhere down there. Please do it. It's free for you and it makes us very happy.
Yay.
We like being happy and we also like playing board games. So
Yes.
This channel is all about happiness and board games. Sometimes we say games are bad, but most of the
Sometimes
times
we cull them.
yes, and
or I
sometimes
do.
we say that we should burn them with fire. That's not that often. I think it happened one time yesteryear. Yesteryear, my new word. Yes, yesteryear. It sounds more
Very
like
posh.
It sounds more like Victorian. Yes, it
Yes.
was yesteryear where I was out in the mountains looking at the
Maybe that
goats.
is a word. We're Norwegian, so we wouldn't know.
It might be a word.
Yes.
I haven't heard it like being used before. But
Let's
this
do
video is not about like
board
linguistics.
Not English grammar,
No,
please.
it's not. So let's talk about board games. We
Yes.
played 6 games since the last time. We also played some review games. Gonna have this is like a public service announcement. Reviews are coming. We just basically needed some time to just play some games we wanted to play and do some top 100 stuff. So,
Yeah.
But now Keyper Cull 6 games, many bigger, heavier games. We had a nice weekend at a friend's.
Yes.
We played most of these. So let's jump into it. Do you want to begin?
Yes, I can do it.
Begin.
First up, we have Arkwright.
Oh, it's a
the
game I
card
heard about
game.
before I played it.
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot it was another thing I was not
We're
supposed to.
supposed to do the paddles first, and then you can brag about how much you've heard about the game.
Oh, sorry,
Yes.
yes, I heard about it so much.
Yeah.
And we played a prototype of this.
Yes, we did.
And now we have a retail copy
real
of
deal.
it. I like this backside. It's like you don't know anything about the game. You could actually just hang this on your wall and people are like, who is that? It's Arkwright. Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom!
This is a nice game.
Yes.
I like Arkwright, the original game. It's super duper heavy, crunchy,
Yes,
mega
and long.
interactive,
Yep.
super punishing game. Very difficult to master.
Yes.
This is the card game version of that. It's very small box. I like the boxes a lot.
Yes.
It's simplified, but it still has some interactive goodness from the original Arkwright, which I enjoy a lot. So for me, Arkwright tends to be actually on the heavier side. Like it's almost
is.
too heavy for me. I think it's hard to play, but this is a little easier, so I like this one.
The only reason for me to have this is 2 reasons.
Yeah.
Reason number 1, it's an easier kind of like stepping stone if I want to get someone to play Arkwright.
Yes.
So then they know a lot of the concepts before going into that. And the other one, it's easier to get played because it's half the time. But other than that, I like everything with Arkwright better than I like it here. Like every single thing I like better. But I think this is many people I know say they will never play Arkwright. Like they really want to, but they know it's too heavy, too much involved, and then this is perfect for that.
No, I agree.
Because it's still a kind of heavy game,
Yes.
but it is a much simpler one that I really think fits into a category of an. It's like making that niche game of Arkwright a bit less niche, a little bit
agree.
less of that, to make more people be able to enjoy the design of Arkwright. It has some difference, but mostly it's like if you get to play Arkwright all the time, I don't think you need to own this. But I think it's a very good game that I like. I just like Arkwright better. So keep. It's usually my side
Oh,
because
yeah,
you
it's-
don't like games.
I was putting it on the floor.
Yeah,
I
we
forgot.
could do that as well.
Yes.
Okay, then it's me. Then it is a beige game called Shipyard.
Yes.
The beigest of the beige. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
1, 2, 3, boom!
Surprise! Surprise!
It might be if you didn't see the videos from last week.
Yes, because
If you only see Keep or Cull, but then you should watch the top 100 because it's nice and it has other games in it.
this it has very recently featured in my top 100.
That's a spoiler.
Spoiler, but it's very, very fun.
Yes.
Like before we played it, I thought, Shipyard is like a game on a pile of games. It's solid, but
Yes.
it's so many games. This seems to be a little forgettable. But then we played it, and I was just like, oh, this is a fun puzzle.
And
I
you
really
remembered
like-
it.
Yeah, I did. And this, like, I just like had a fun time with it.
You need to like the color beige.
Yes.
And also the color blue, because that's like your player board. It's mostly blue water and blue sky. So Shipyard is very good. I like it. I also agree with you. I thought I was going to cull it. Even though it's kind of like a special place in my heart because I never got around to get it. I almost bought it many times, then didn't. And then we have it now. I like it a lot. I think it's a very good game. It's one I would like to play again. And people have said they would like to have a reprint of this with color.
Oh yeah, that would be so nice. Like an actual version that looks nice.
I think this looks nice, but it looks like you get what you want. Talking about color.
Woo-woo.
Let's talk about Keyper.
Yeah, this is actually a good-looking game.
Yes. Have you heard about it?
I have heard about it before we played it. No, yeah, I've
and
heard
you also
about
heard
the Key series.
But you did heard about it before we played it. It's from
probably
2018, 17. I don't remember. I'm just saying things.
It's
17.
Upside down.
It's from 17. We played it actually just once when we got it.
Yeah.
And now we played it again because that's the point of Keyper Cull.
Yes.
Enough about that. Let's do the paddle thingy. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Boom.
What? Well, I thought this game had some cool things. Like it clearly is a design of Richard Breeze. Is that his name?
It is his name, yes.
It has something like the art and stuff and all the things, but
it has all the things.
All the things.
But
I like the interactiveness with the meeples. Here again, a little similar to Keyflower, which we talked about before. If you go somewhere with your meeple to another person, then they get the meeple. But here you have these flipperoo boards that can change up the actions that are available, and then people can follow you to those actions and put the meeple there of the same color, and you both get to bonus do it some more, and then you can claim the tiles. If people have set like a lot of meeples on this board, then you can claim it and you get all the meeples. And if you have a few meeples or are able to follow a lot, then you can start by laying your meeples like down and you got to do even more actions. I thought it was neat, but like nothing more than neat for me. It wasn't like, oh, once more, let's go again feeling. I didn't get that, yeah.
I don't get that from 90% of the games I play, but that's fine.
Because you don't like board games.
That is true. I hate them. Oh, games, boring stuff. No, I think this is fantastic. And I also think the thing it does for me better than in Keyflower.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we haven't played Keyflower for a long time. Like
no.
we played it, I think, before we started Keyper Cull, we played it pretty recently, but it's been like a couple of years now. 1 year, 1.5 years. Doesn't really matter when we play that. Nobody cares about that except me. So, and I can check my BG stats after we film this video.
Yeah.
So, what I like here is that you don't get penalized for having very few pieces. Like when you have like 5 or 6 meeples and you can maximum have 8, the others one you just get a bonus for. So if I get 10 meeples, I get 2 bonuses instead of using 10 meeples. But the thing I really like is that when you have 6 meeples, you can then use them and then you can start using other actions as well.
Yeah. I was in a position like multiple times in this game where I had some fewer meeples than the other guys.
Yes.
And I always felt like I could maximum do 2 of those bonus actions. Like usually only 1. And that didn't really give me a lot of like...
But that means that we all did the same amount of actions.
Yeah.
Because then you get the round stops when everybody has to use their last normal meeple, the round stops. So if one person has like 8 and you have 5, then it really depends on how many you follow. If you follow few, then you're going to get fewer bonus actions. But if you follow many, so it's a very interactive game.
Yeah.
And I think that this for me is in a very different category than Keyflower because it has that like it's more a worker placement, but with that trying to get people to follow you, so you're thinking about because then you get to do it a bonus time, and if you match the color you get to do it a bonus time, so you get trying to maximize and also follow as much as you can. Sometimes I know you're gonna get that meeple, but if I follow now I don't have anyone left, I can do this super cool action again, and I think that is very interesting. I think that we played 4 players. I think 3 players would be best.
Oh yeah.
As for the length of the game, but I think it's a very solid game. I would like to play again.
Yeah.
So if it's fine with you, we will keep it.
Of course.
We will keep
We'll
it.
Keep it.
It was just
because
so
you're
out
the
in
keeper.
I am the
In
keeper.
this relationship.
And you are the
Color.
all the time.
I'm
Okay.
the color of your life.
Next That sounds really bad.
I
like
see
you're
your
gonna
true
kill me.
colors.
You're
No,
gonna kill me
I
like you're
did
killing my life.
No, I did a word play.
Yes.
Yay.
Now we have Immo Tap. This is from Phil Walker Harding. It is a board game about being mean, and we played it with my parents, which was nice. Are you ready?
Really nice. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom.
I
Oh, you're gonna start
no,
this
just
as well.
go.
I
I always start.
Yes.
Now it's you.
It's
your
my
time
turn
to
to
shine.
shine.
Yeah.
No, I think this is a good game. I think it's a fun game. I don't think it's a game I will miss, and that's like the main reason to call it, basically. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I will look over my shelf and be like, oh, where's Immo Tap? Because I have asked you like 5 times the last 2 years, do we have Immo Tap? And you've been like, no, I don't think so. And I've been like looking, and it is like behind, because we have like some big box games that don't fit in the shelf, and the games behind those don't exist. So I was like looking through games like, oh, we do have Immo Tap, and I really like it. I think it's a solid, fun game. It's a bit random and chaotic, but I do enjoy the game, but I don't see myself missing it in my life.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with you. I just don't see this game getting played, So, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying the same stuff that I always say when I wanted to go games.
Yes.
But I agree with you.
It's a fun one. Cool.
Go. Next up we have Corrosion.
Yes, and you might be surprised seeing this in a Keyper Cull video, because this is a completely new game. The last of the games from Capstone that we got this year, and we played it.
Yes.
And that's why we're doing it to Keyper Cull instead of doing a review. We could have done like a review, so this is probably going to be like a super short mini review.
Yeah.
So let's
do
go.
it.
1, 2, 3. Boom, sadly.
We have only played this once.
Yes,
And
yeah.
that's basically why
That's
we
a
can't
caveat, like it's a-
say this is a review, because this is basically just first impressions of it.
Yes, but I don't want to play it again.
Yeah, I agree. I don't wanna, because it was so long. It has a really neat timing mechanism, really,
Yes.
where you rotate a wheel and then the things activate. So if you use some cards with a value 3, you get them back like 3 rounds from now.
Not 3 rounds, but 3 spinnings. So you
spins, yeah.
choose when you spin,
Yes,
basically.
basically. And I like a lot of the elements in this game. I think that idea with the time and the wheel and where to like plan for, okay, then I get these things activated and then I can use them, and I need to use those resources before they corrode?
Yeah. I'm
Something.
just checking how long time is spent playing this game.
Then I liked those things, but it was basically no crescendo to it. Like, it was like the same thing over and over again. I didn't feel like I got like an engine builder feeling of it.
No, and I don't know if that's the point, because it is you basically are building engines, because that's the point of the game. But as you said, and the thing I think is the biggest problem is that there's no progression.
Yeah.
Like the thing you do at the beginning of the game is going to be almost exactly the same thing you do at the end of the game. There are some like machines that you can build that give you special powers, so those change up tiny bit how you play. But other than that, you're going to do the same thing, trying to optimize the actions you have then. And this is like after talking about Keyper, which has an amazing follow mechanism. Here you can follow when people play a card, and it kind of felt like arbitrary of, oh, do I want to follow or not follow? Sometimes like, oh, but do I want to? Sometimes it makes sense, because I wanted to get this card out so I can get it back again and use it quickly when I wanted to spin the wheel, but it didn't feel...
It has stricter rules for following, though. You have to play the same like color and a higher number.
Yes.
So that means that it was a lot of times that I wanted to follow but couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
And then the few times that I could follow, I was just like, but this action I don't want. So it is something to do.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't see that as a very interesting mechanism in this game, though.
And like if the game had been an hour long,
oh yeah,
I think it would have been okay. And you probably could get the timing down a bit, but it's not like we did have a lot of AP. We basically did our turns. It was some thinking here and there, but mostly it was like, oh, I'm going to play this card, grab these resources, and it's your turn. So we spent 2 hours and 25 minutes playing a 3-player game. I would never try to play this with 4 players. So that, let's say you could get it down 25 minutes and play it in 2 hours, which is still 1 hour too much.
Yeah, because I don't care if I'm spending a lot of time on the game.
Oh, no.
If I feel like the time is flying by fast, but in this game, because it's very loose. Like this doesn't feel very tight because you choose when to spin the things yourself. You don't have it. It's a long time till the end, so you really don't feel like the race factor until the very end of the game.
I had fun the first 15 minutes because I was kind of exploring the thing.
Super cool.
And then I had a lot of fun the last 15 minutes because, I know I need to try to get this off before the game ends. But in that middle thing, it was just like repeating and doing the same thing again and again in not a very interesting way. So I think that like if you, and you probably like you could, because like you have these kind of special scoring markers, and when those are empty the game ends. So you could probably like just take away half of them, but then you would of course change out the balance of the whole game the way the designer has made it.
Yes.
But I think that it was sadly just a fine game. Like it's I don't know like if people love it. I haven't really read or seen a lot about it, but I think it was fine. Sadly nothing more. It's by far the least interesting like capstone. This is the Pegasus European version, but like from the big catalog of big great game from Capstone from last year, I think this is by far the worst one.
I agree. Like I could do with some issues in this game, like no problem, but it's too long. That is my biggest complaint with this.
Absolutely.
Other than that, it's fine.
Oh, we have only one more game,
one
and
more
that's
game.
It's such a big game that I didn't even bring the box. I only brought this one because we have a huge wooden insert that weighs 2 kilos or something.
Yeah.
This is an
So
Anachrony.
heavy.
It's a game. Let's do Keyper Cull.
Let's do Keyper Cull.
Paddling. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Nice.
I'm happy you chose Keep. It's a very good game. It is though, like, it actually just was on my top 100.
Yeah, it was.
Spoiler alert. I like it a lot, but I do think it's, and it's gonna sound like super stupid for many of you, and I'm sorry for that, but I think it's a bit light. Like it's a bit light for being a heavy game. Like it is a big heavy Euro worker placement game, but for me, without any of the modules and expansions, we just played it basic, it was a bit light. So I would like to play it more when we have modules in the Kickstarter version that we got. Like this is the first Kickstarter for the game, and we also have expansions that we probably maybe can buy. I don't know if they're available, but we'd like to also play it with expansions to add more to the base concept, because in its core concepts it's a kind of straightforward worker placement game. You have some workers that you can place in your lab, and you can also place workers outside, but then if you want to place them outside, you also have to power up these machines to be able to go out, because it's dangerous and poisonous and stuff like that. So that's kind of like interesting. And also you have this loan system, which you probably have heard about, where you can loan stuff from yourself from the future, but then later on you have to go back and send it back to the past. So it has interesting things going for it, and it's one I would like to play more.
I agree. I liked my first play of it, which is a long time ago.
Yes.
And I liked my second play of it, which was now.
It was not a long time ago.
And I agree with you. I'm excited to add more stuff to the game. I liked how like the game was like it. What do you call it? It has a nice flow.
Yeah.
It was very like, it has a nice pace, and it was
Timey
really.
wimey.
It wasn't this big brain burner game. I don't always need that. I thought this was a very like nice. It was very intuitive to see what was best for me, but I still had to make meaningful decisions. But adding some more like meat to the game,
yes,
I would really enjoy. But I like the core concepts. Would not like to play it again.
Yeah, which we're probably gonna do like in Keyper Cull 2.0.
Yes.
Because that's how life is. But I think I agree with you. Like I don't always need a heavier game, but Anachrony is one of those like I feel it's gonna be heavy.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't that heavy, so that is kind of the way I felt about it.
Yeah.
But those are 6 more games, so we are keeping 4 and culling 2.
Yes.
That is called a Coloroo. No, I don't know.
It wasn't the Coloroo. We kept a lot more than
Why
we
is
culled.
that?
So.
No, it wasn't. It just looked like it was upside down. But is it upside down now?
No, it wasn't.
Is this not upside down?
It isn't upside down.
No, it's not. I don't know why I'm seeing it upside down. I think I need eyes.
Glasses.
So those are 6 more games. So what is your favorite and least favorite?
My least favorite was Corrosion.
Sadly, yes.
I was just like waiting for the game to end, which is always not like a good sign.
That is true.
And then my favorite, I think, actually was Shipyard, because I was like so delighted that I liked it so much, but also I really had a nice time trying Anachrony again. So
I think for me, worst Corrosion, and the biggest surprise, I liked it a lot more than I thought, was Keyper, which was the one I didn't remember being okay, but I liked it a lot more than I thought I was gonna do.
Nice.
So those are 6 more games out. There's still like 300 or something left. I don't really know. There's just games everywhere.
And games.
Yes, if you go into our house and you don't know that we are gamers, you're gonna understand
find
it
out.
pretty soon.
Yes.
So that's the end of the video. If you are still here and you have not subscribed yet, you can do so now by
clicking the subscribe button. It is fun and it's free and it makes us happy like this. And if you want to do something that's not free, you can.
Go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and support us there. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Sunniva.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.